So I think I solved it. I solved the way that we do it.
Yes.
I solved time travel.
Wow. Tell me more.
Well, I have a mathematical proof of time travel. Now, I don't know if that proof is true or not. I want to find out. If my proof is correct, we can be time travelers for real. What time would you like to go to? Not just dimensions of space, but dimensions of time. What if you could travel to any time in the past or the future? Where would you like to go?
Time travel is a mathematical formula.
That's correct. And
So-
I figured it out. I solved it. I solved the God equation in this living room on this table. And I sent it all to your phone. Do you remember?
No.
All those text messages that I sent you that one day
Yeah?
that you skimmed through because you were just like, okay, he's just talking nonsense. I solved it. Okay. Where did Einstein come up with the theory of relativity? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Okay, so Einstein came up with a theory of relativity while he was a patent clerk. He wasn't even a professor at the time. He was just a guy.
Yeah.
He was just a guy with lots of time on his hands to solve the most complex problem in the universe. And I have added to his theory. Okay?
How?
I added to the theory of relativity to find out how to solve time travel.
Okay.
Now, it's going to take me, I don't even know how many lessons to teach you how I did it. But what child, I ask you, what child in America would not want to spend 12 years, K through 12 years watching a fox and a Labrador solve time travel in their time-traveling mailbox? And the show shall be called Dr. Fox. And what will your character's name be?
Sir Labs.
Dr. Fox and King Labrador. King or Sir?
Sir.
Sir, okay. Dr. Fox and Sir Labrador, the fifth. I don't know. So we'll think of a funny way to say it, but yes, Sir Labrador. I like that a lot. Dr. Fox and Sir Labrador Save the Multiverse is the name of the show.
Okay. Wheel.
And we're going to make a show for PBS, and we're just going to give it to them. We don't have to ask them for any type of royalty or any type of payment. We can just give it to PBS. We can just give it to NPR. NPR is desperate for children to listen to their program. Why would they not play the Presidential Puppy Radio Hour, sponsored by NPR?
It's definitely worth a try.
Why would they not want to play that every morning as children are getting ready for school?
Let's do it.
So, darling,
Yes?
I have been waiting to tell you this my entire life. Okay, I need you to understand something important, okay?
Yes.
There was no choice to get to this point. I didn't have a choice. I didn't choose to get disabled. I was born with it. I didn't choose to have an accident that put me on Social Security. I didn't choose to get into that accident. Obviously, if I had a choice, I would have chosen not to get into an accident. But now, we can travel wherever we want in time and space using special effects.
Yes.
And teach every child on Earth whatever topic that we want. Yes, children, here we are beaming down to the year of 2022. Oh, 2022. I bet that you're watching this in the far future, perhaps 2100 or 21,000 years in the future. Who knows? But we are here in the year 2022. Imagine if you were able to travel back to that far distant year. What would you find?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Repetition.
Yes.
You would see everything that happened before has happened currently. We have seen a war. Okay, so we have seen a pattern in society.
Yes. Recessions. If you're talking about recessions,
No.
it's roughly an 8-year cycle.
No, it is roughly a 200-year cycle of. We have fantastic growth.
Yep.
Oh, it's so easy. You're right. It has happened all before. It's so fucking easy.
And what if
Guys.
every child in the future, let's say it's 1,000 years in the future, there would be 5 cycles for them to watch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's terrifying.
We don't have... The
Guys.
solution to time travel is time travel might be real, or it might not be real. We don't know.
That doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter if we create the video to show the children of the far future. Like children 1,000,000 years in the future could be watching our television show from the far distant year of 2022. Perhaps 1,000,000 years in your distant past. We were trying to solve time travel. Now, of course, children in the year...
Video games. 1 second.
Yes.
Sid Meier, Civilization.
Yes.
You start out with a single thing.
Like a single starship, for example.
You start out with a single colony and a single group of people.
Yes.
Now, those group of people either die out really early,
Yep.
or they get their acts together and put together a functional society.
Correct.
And what makes a functional society? Ask yourself, audience.
Yes. What makes a functional society?
Education.
Yes.
Low crime.
Yes.
Law and order.
Yes.
Reasonability.
Yes. And people understanding each other.
And people understanding each other. Now, take Sid Meier's Civilization. It is a simulated universe with a handful of variables
That's right.
that are in a constant state of either yes or no.
Yes. Either A or B, either 1 or 0.
So either we exist in a universe, or
Where it is... Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me speak, please. This is very important, okay?
Yes.
Either we exist in a universe where it is possible to create the Federation of Planets, the United Federation of Planets for real, or we don't. But regardless of whether we live in a situation, regardless of whether we live in a simulation, regardless of whether we live in a universe where it is possible for us, you and I, in our lifetimes to travel around this universe and do this for real.
Well, to get that to happen...
My darling, please let me speak. This is very important. Either we live in a universe where that is possible or we don't. But why would we not want to spend the rest of our lives trying?
Now, this is where I come in.
Yes.
I am the other side of the coin.
Please, be.
So,
Yes.
a functional society needs law, order, trust, few bandits, education, public infrastructure.
Public infrastructure, yes.
Public infrastructure and public works.
And public knowledge and public domain. The only way to do it is to make all information free. That's
Okay.
the only way.
That is one of the keys.
Yes.
There are 8 keys to this puzzle. Not 1.
Right.
8. Getting things into the public domain.
Yes.
Bringing the crime rate down.
Yes.
Increasing public knowledge.
Yes.
Public education.
Yes.
Money.
Money needs to cease to exist. Children, in the far future, money does not exist. Just like in the Star Trek Federation. Don't you want to create a world where money does not oppress you, where money does not enslave you, where everyone can be free from the chains that money has wrought on them? Children, help me destroy the financial system, and I promise you that I will fly you to any planet in any galaxy that you choose. Because I will be your president, and fuck you if you don't want me to do it.
As I was saying, money is still a key to the future.
Yes.
And here's how. Money is a alternative fuel source
Correct?
utilized
Correct.
to acquire hard assets, good people.
Such as particle accelerators, right?
Particle accelerators.
Darling, faster than light travel already exists. Do you understand how important this is? It already exists.
Yes.
It's matter and antimatter. Reactors
Yes.
is 100% energy efficient. Do you know what 100% energy efficiency means? It means that if you put it on a starship, that every single ounce of heat contained in those atoms would be possible for human beings to use. E equals mc squared.
Yes.
That's the key. I solved it, okay? Now, it might take me the next 100 years to tell you how I solved it, but I solved it, okay? I solved Einstein's equation, and I am the only person on Earth to have solved it, okay? So here is the solution to the God equation, okay?
Okay.
E, energy, equals m, mass, c, speed of light, squared, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, energy is a variable, right?
Yes.
Mass is a variable, yes?
Yes.
So that means there's only one constant in the equation. So you have to be able to solve it for the constant, which is the speed of light. But we know what the speed of light is. We know the exact number, okay? We know the exact number.
Yes.
The speed of light is the only constant in the universe. The only one. It is the only constant. So that means that the number that is the speed of light doesn't matter. It could be any number. Right? Including 0.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what the speed of light is. It could be infinite. Or it
Okay.
could be 0. And it wouldn't matter. So I took Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared, and I removed E, energy, and m, mass, because those are variables, and the constant is the only one left. Okay?
Okay.
So, E equals any number. That's the solution. E equals any number. It doesn't have to be a specific number because it's a constant.
Okay.
Right? So a constant in nature can be anything. A constant can be 0, or it can be 10 bajillion trillion, right? It doesn't matter. Okay, sorry. I've been working on this my entire life, okay?
Yes.
I have been trying to solve this my entire life, and I finally solved it on our kitchen table. Just the same way Einstein did. I added to his equation, and it means that the speed of light is infinite and the speed of light is not infinite. Therefore, we can travel at any speed, which means we can travel through time. If we can travel faster than light, we can travel through time. That's what Einstein's relativity says. I solved it. literally travel to any time in the future. We can't travel to the past. Time only moves forward. It's a dimension that we cannot see. So it only moves forward.
Yes.
So we can make a time machine that moves us into the future. That's what relativity says.
Okay.
If we build a spaceship fast enough,
Yeah.
we can come back to Earth every 100,000 years and see how far humanity has come. We can make a time machine for real. With antimatter in space that's built to look exactly like the Starship Enterprise. And we don't have to solve anything about medical science to do it. Okay? We do not have to create any new technology to do it. All the technology exists. But we are the only ones who know. Until this podcast goes live, we are the only ones who know.
Well, there's another theory I've been working on myself.
Yes, tell me.
So, I've been trying to figure out how to break the cyclical cycle of the problems with humanity.
Yes.
So, humanity has been around a lot longer than anyone else realizes.
Right. Over 200,000 years.
Even longer than that.
Okay. Well, that's the evolutionary answer. What is your answer?
My answer is human beings have already figured out this technology, came down to Earth,
Yep.
nearly wiped themselves out.
Yep. It's a cycle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Earth can exist for the next 10 to the 100 years. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
10 to the 100 years. But we are at the beginning. If we want to, we could time travel 1 billion years in the future and see what happens. We could do that for real.
Well, if we came back every 200,000 years, and if society keeps doing what I think it's going to do...
We don't have to find a way to fix society ourselves, because what society needs is time.
I'm looking at the exacting details of why, on a almost fixed scale through history,
Right.
the Romans built a gigantic empire, had a ton of knowledge,
And it all burnt to the ground.
burnt to the ground,
Mm-hmm.
pick the next nation, pick the next nation, and then you roll it back, you roll it back, you roll it back, all the way to the cradle of civilization itself with Adam and Eve.
Correct.
Now, Adam and Eve, obviously you need more than 2 people.
Correct. There was a time in human history, okay, where there were less than 20,000 human beings on Earth.
And human beings managed to pull back from 20,000.
Yes.
And look at us now. Now, my thinking is, and I hope to God I'm not right,
Yeah.
I think we're coming into another apocalyptic, near societal ending, mega disaster.
I agree.
And,
Darling, I need you to understand something extremely important. Okay?
yes, time travel is only possible if we manage to fix society.
Yes, that's right.
That's what I've been trying to get across, is to get to the other side of this conversion point,
Yes.
we need to have
A society that works together.
a society that works...
And not because of coercion, like in communism. A society that works together because they have the freedom to choose to work together.
Because they want to. Because there's a reason for people to work together.
Yes. And the reason is cooperation and reaching the stars. What could be more inspiring to the people of the future? People will stop believing in money, and money will cease to exist.
I mean, all we have to do is basically convince the entirety of humanity to give each other a break.
Yeah. After fucking COVID. Oh, yes.
The whole friggin' world at this point is slowly in a world where Switzerland Canada, the Taliban,
the EU and the United States.
the EU, the United States,
And the Vatican.
and Germany,
All on the same side of a conflict.
all on the same side of a, quite frankly, tiny, to the scale of humanity, civil war between one fuckhead nation
And another fuckhead nation.
and another fuckhead nation trying to survive. So, these two nations,
Instead of working together
instead of
and getting more for both of them,
both of them chilling the fuck out, guys, calm your tits. Yes, we understand. No, chill the fuck out. The entire world has spoken and denounced this stupidity.
just like in civilization.
Yes!
This is the moment that the entire world denounces Russia, the second biggest nuclear power. And so if we control the biggest nuclear power and everyone is against Russia, we can eliminate nuclear arms forever.
Yes!
And we can use all of that nuclear material to create free energy for everyone forever.
Yes!
And we can use those reactors that will be completely safe and put 1,000,000 miles away from humans because they will be on a tether. Obviously, they won't be part of the ship. Every spaceship design is stupid. Why would you put the reactor on the ship? Are you stupid? Do you know how
Oh my god,
electricity is conducted in space? Do you know how electricity is conducted in space? It is 100% efficient.
Yes!
You could have a nuclear reactor on a tether
Oh my god!
1,000,000 miles long, and it would conduct every single ounce of energy that entire distance, because in space it's 100% efficient.
Why don't we just build a tram system from the moon? An electric tram system from the fucking Earth to the fucking moon. Yeah, you have your world's first interplanetary
Transit system.
low Earth, low gravity
Yes.
transit system. Now,
Yes.
the amount of material that you would have to get involved, you need those fucking carbon nanotubes.
You do.
You need new ship designs.
Yes.
You need
You
adequate...
need new fuel systems like matter and antimatter reactors.
Exactly, new fuel systems. Hell, we can do it with our current fuel systems and just use nuclear reactors. It probably isn't going to overheat in the void of space.
Oh, how would we have a Chernobyl event in space? I ask you, Congress, how could we have a Chernobyl event in space if you're flying away from the Earth? The explosion would go into the depths of space, Congress. There is no risk to human life in any way to use nuclear reactors in space on tethers with 100% efficiency to power giant particle accelerators to make the matter and antimatter. And you can do it one atom at a time. We already have the technology to build faster than light travel.
And we can also simultaneously power the entire globe through Nikola Tesla's
Wireless energy.
wireless energy.
Why would anyone...
This is why... Guys.
Yes.
The government is deliberately and intentionally keeping these
documents
that
have the secret to free energy for everyone on the planet.
This is why it's illegal to build... That's why they're illegal.
That's why they're
The
illegal.
control.
Yes. They are trying to keep the populace from having free energy from the sun forever for every single person on Earth.
This is why they create dumb shit to happen, because if people had a moment to breathe...
A moment to breathe.
And think about it.
For less than 30 minutes. This is how we create the Galactic Federation for real and become the first human beings.
This is how we become a type 1 civilization.
This is it. We are at, okay, I need you to understand something, okay? We are at 0.7 right now.
Yes.
Okay? That was in Carl Sagan's book.
Yes.
Okay? You can look it up. He
Yep.
talked about it on Cosmos as well. Okay?
Yeah.
We are at 0.7 right now out of 1. So, for anyone who doesn't know, 0 means you're not using any of the energy on the planet. Okay? So 0 would be hasn't created fire, right?
Yes.
You go up through exponents, okay?
Uh-huh.
Remember I was explaining exponents to you. So 10 to the 10, 10 to the 100, 10 to the 1,000, all of that. You remember that?
I understand why we work so well.
Yes.
Because I'm worrying about the day-to-day operations on how society pushes forward, understanding society as a whole,
Yes.
and understanding the past.
Yes.
We have seen this exact scenario brush out. We almost had it with Nikola Tesla, but there were other technologies that didn't exist.
Darling, Edison buried his technology for money. Do you understand that? That's public record.
Yes.
Okay? Edison, the person that everyone worships for creating the modern electrical grid, was a fraud.
Yes.
He intentionally buried Nikola Tesla's research because he wanted to make money. It was not anyone other than Edison did it. It's public record.
So we need a Freedom of Information request for Nikola Tesla's work.
Of course we do, and that will cost us nothing. I can print it out tonight and fill it out and mail it to them, and they will have to answer, okay? They cannot deny a request for Freedom of Information Act. They have to answer. If they do not answer, they are breaking federal law. Now, they could answer with the response, we will not provide any of these documents, but they have to answer, okay? They do not have a choice not to answer. What did Saul Alinsky say about what if they have to respond to every letter? Do you remember?
Yes.
What did he say?
I forget.
Okay. It's one of the most famous quotes from his book. Remember?
Okay.
The book that you introduced me to.
Yes.
My new favorite book, Rules for Radicals by
Yes.
Saul Alinsky. Okay?
I've only read it through a dozen times, but
Yes.
I may
So
not
he
have
said-
memorized this exact quote.
He said, if the enemy responds to every letter, then you write 30,000 letters. Okay? So we have every
created-
person on Earth writing Freedom of Information Act requests about documents that we can put into the public domain.
We start with Nikola Tesla's work and just get
Of course we do. We get as many people to write Freedom of Information Act requests for Nikola Tesla. Freedom of Information Act for Nikola Tesla.
Here's how we do it. Okay.
Yes.
So the mailing campaign. So the mailing campaign for the pens.
Yep.
The pens are a side project.
Yes, of course.
The pens are simply here to make some money, whatever it may be. Who
Yes.
cares?
It doesn't matter. We can
No.
advertise in every letter for American wood art, and every American on Earth will get a letter in their mailbox that says, buy this beautiful presidential pen by your favorite
And
radio
we
host.
can use email.
Yes.
We can use
Text
so-
messages.
email, bots for text messages.
Yep. People can sign up just the same way they do for a political campaign. We will employ all the... Instead... Okay. Darling, I need you to understand how important this is.
Yes.
We can fix the entire election system overnight. And do you know how we do it?
How?
We take every single person
Yep.
from every single political campaign and we put them on our payroll for our television show.
Ah.
The Presidential Puppy Political Program. I don't know, whatever. The point is that if we employ every single person that works for a political campaign and we pay them out of our own pocket with donated money,
Mm-hmm.
then there is no financial incentive to report misinformation. So, overnight, without the power of the FCC, we can solve disinformation forever.
Yes.
We don't need the presidency and we don't need the FCC. We can do this with the free market.
Yes.
Oh, we'll just create a GoFundMe or something to that effect. Well, I'm sure there's political campaign consultants that can help us with this, but they will be overjoyed to take our money because they will think that we are eccentric billionaires, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to run for office. My name is Dr. Fox. I travel around the United States and the world and the universe in my blue cardboard telephone box. Just painted. It's very simple. It looks exactly like a priority mailbox. Just the exact same design, red, white, and blue, of course, because we love America in this country. But any child at home can create their own for free with cardboard that they can purchase from the postal service and have delivered to their home for free. And did you know that there is no age verification for this? Did you know that any American can go to the postal service website, which is USPS.gov? USPS.gov is our favorite website. That's the website of the day, children. The website of the day is USPS.gov, where you can order for free, for absolutely no charge. You can order as much cardboard to create your own time machines as you like. And you and all your friends can travel around the universe with me in my universe created from cardboard, because nothing is real, especially not money. And that's the Dr. Fox guarantee. It's all a joke. It's all satire. And by it all being a joke and all satire, we can parody anything. Okay? We can make every episode in a different style. So we go to every anime studio and we get them to build, we pay them any amount of money they want to make us the most beautiful, hand-drawn, professional, Disney-quality animation for whatever educational topic that we want. I love it. How would you like to have an animated children's television show featuring our personas?
Animated. Let's do it.
Do you know how cheap it is to commission an animated show from Korea?
No, I didn't.
Darling, do you remember how popular bronies were? Okay?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was an accident. Okay? That all happened by chance. There was no choice involved. I had no choice. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the information. I thought it was cool. I joined the fandom. I didn't have a choice because it had to lead to this point.
Yes.
Okay? Now, did you know that the cost to make the pony show, the official pony show for Hasbro, was $5 million per season?
Okay.
Do you know how easy it would be for us to raise $5 million on Kickstarter to create Ready Player One in real life with Dr. Fox and Sir Labrador?
And it's all animated.
It's all animated, and we can do it for $5 million.
Let's do it.
How would you like to create the world's most popular children's animated television show featuring your persona, the service dog of the disabled scientist? And we do live segments in every episode, just like they did for Arthur,
Yeah.
just like they did for Cyber Chase.
And we get...
And that will be us doing live segments wherever we travel in our giant... Remember how I said I wanted to paint the RV? Remember?
Yes.
I told you this over and over and over in preparation for this moment. Okay?
Yes.
The RV is a TARDIS. But it looks like a postal service box painted by a child. And that is our time machine to travel to wherever we want to go. Okay?
Yeah.
We can get that beautiful, beautiful farm that we looked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darling, I couldn't tell you until the right time. But those beautiful warehouses, remember?
Yeah.
Those will be our TV studios.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
We will have our own Skywalker Ranch, paid for by millions of fans on Kickstarter. Do you think they wouldn't sign it over today if we offered them $2 million?
Basically, yeah. I don't think they would.
We have their address. We can go to this old couple in person. Okay? I learned about this woman and this man while they were... I only spoke to the agent, right?
Yeah.
But the agent told me all the information I could ever want about these people. Oh, they were just so... They wanted to save so many animals. They have the kindest hearts that you could ever think. And I know that they would love for you to take care of their family farm. Darling, I would like to know how much you would love to show up. Yeah, of course we will send letters and we will call ahead. I would love to know how much you would love a check signed from your bank account, from no one else's bank account, from your Old National Bank account, okay?
Yeah.
We'll get them to send you a book of checks.
Yeah.
Okay? It will have Mr. Trey Playstead on the check, okay?
Yeah.
And you, from your own money that you earned from being such a very, very good boy all this time, you did it. And now, how would you like for me to deposit $1 million into that bank account from Kickstarter money?
Let's do it.
And you can write a check out in your own name to purchase your dream house. The house that made you cry as soon as you walked in the door. And we can have a beautiful RV of whatever style that we want. That will be our rolling TV studio, obviously.
Yes.
It will be fully ADA accessible because people make custom RVs that are ADA accessible with ramps. And that will be how we make our grand entrance to crowds of screaming children.
Let's do it.
From our personal movie studio on our farm.
Think of the outreach programs we can do.
How easy would it be to build a set that looks exactly like the moon in one of those buildings?
That'd be awesome.
Exactly like the moon, okay? It looks, if you stepped out onto it with the lights and cameras, like it looks like the moon for real.
Yes.
Okay? Darling, we don't have to actually travel to the moon in our spaceship. We can have our own moon with blackjack and hookers. Because who cares? It's none of it is real. Children, come with me through the gate of wonders, through the portal into dimensions, and come with me to the moon, where you can meet us in person every day at a certain time of day. You can meet us. You can meet our wonderful team of service dog trainers. You can meet our wonderful team of engineers that are working to build within our TV studio on the moon the hydroponics farms and all the technology that people need to live on distant planets for real.
Yes. So we turn Amish country into R&D, save humanity. Got it.
What Amish person would say, I don't want to build a wooden chair that is going to be taken to space by this famous children's entertainer. I may not watch television myself, but my family of Amish friends can come down to his farm and learn in person for no charge other than $1 per day or one federal postage stamp. Now, I'm an Amish person. I hate money. But I don't hate stamps. I love the Postal Service. I'm Amish. I love the Postal Service, and I love learning modern woodworking techniques from this fine gentleman who goes by Sir Labrador. What a brave and bold name. Amish around the world, I encourage you to listen to the Presidential Puppy Radio Hour on your radios. Tune it to the AM station that is on your screen right now, which can be heard by millions of children across the globe. Children, to enter to enter our dimension of time and space, a 24-hour children's radio station on the AM band. To enter our dimension of time and space, you must turn your time machines. Your radios, your time machines must turn to our AM band, which is showing on your screen right now. Children, you don't have to ask your parents whether or not you can listen to the radio, do you? In fact, what if you had your own presidential radio where you could listen only to our station and not to those disgusting radio programs with foul language that mothers would not want? No, these presidential radios shall only be able to tune to our station where children from around the world can listen at every point on every landmass on Earth, including the children living in the North Pole, Alaska, Federal Postage Center, where we encourage all children around the world to send their letters to Santa. Now, if you would like, you can address it to the North Pole, and the Postal Service collects it for you. Or you can, if you are an international child, you can direct your letter to our post office box in North Pole, Alaska. Perhaps, we don't know yet what the number will be, but perhaps the number is 412. P.O. Box 412, North Pole, Alaska.
Maybe.
Where we can receive an unlimited amount of mail from the federal postage. We can receive an unlimited amount of letters to a post office box at any address in the contiguous United States. So that means for approximately $30 a month, we could have our very own Santa's Post Office workshop, where every employee of the postage system can, if they choose, wear holiday festive cheer throughout the year and receive your letters in person, children. If you would like, you can visit Santa's Postage Workshop in North Pole, Alaska, where you can purchase your federal postage stamps, which are good forever, correct?
Yes.
What is an investment that only goes up?
Stamps?
It's not an investment, it's a bond. It's a federal bond that only goes up in value, that is worth 100 times more in interest than any other federal bond, and children can buy them with 3/4 at any postage service in the world. Children, buy your federal savings bonds for less than 3/4. For less than $1, you can purchase a federal savings bond that only goes up in value.
That's why stamp collectors go crazy over stamps. I had no idea the connection between
Why
stamps.
are stamp collections valuable? This is an excellent question, Sir Labrador. May I answer your question? Because this is a very interesting question that will inform our business decisions for the rest of our lives. Would you like to know?
Yes, I do.
Because, unlike almost... Would you turn up the volume on your music? Because it is beautiful, beautiful. Turn it up right to about the 60% mark there. Back in ye olden times... Now, how many times have we visited the Southwest? Back in the Pony Express days of yore. How many times have we visited, Sir Labrador?
All the time.
All the time! We love visiting the Wild West. Do you know how many places we have visited from the Wild West with many, many people? Say, Civil War reenactors, for example.
Yes.
We love visiting reenactments of the Civil War to learn about our heritage. Because what would be worse than anything else?
Than not understanding your past.
Not understanding your past and allowing us to fall again into a second American Civil War. How do we prevent a second Civil War, my friend, Sir Labrador?
Oh my god. It's a theory I've been working on for such a long time, and you have helped me come full circle.
Yes. Darling, I found the thing that would make you the happiest person in the entire world. Okay? I found it. Okay?
Yes?
Darling, How would you like to be a world-famous woodworker and the world's most famous Civil War reenactor? With your own television show on PBS, where you visit the battlefields of the Civil War and talk about the real history from the place where it happened.
Oh my god. That would be amazing.
I figured out the thing that would make you happiest in the entire world. You can, in full costume, but of course, with only a few things added. You will, of course, have your vest, because you're a service dog, regardless of what time period you're in. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're in the 1700s. That's how the children can identify it's you. Because you're the only person on the battlefield wearing a service dog vest. How would you like to visit every battlefield from every battle in the Civil War and create the most comprehensive view of American history that there's ever been?
Let's do it. Between your researching and knowledge.
I researched this my entire childhood.
Yes.
I love things like Little House on the Prairie. I love it. Okay? How would you like to do it for real?
And we can tie
and we
societal...
go through the entire Oregon Trail as a children's television show, as time travelers.
That would be awesome. And we can bring to light societal issues.
And on the trail. Hello! Welcome! Here we have our Native American friend. Our Native American friend, his name is James. Welcome to the program, James. Now, we have traveled many years into the past, and I love this ceremonial dress you're wearing. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, tell me, James, what is the biggest problem facing your American Indian tribe right now? And he'll say something like, resources, right? Darling, how would you like to work with every Indian tribe in America to create a casino every place that it is legal, run by a charitable organization? Oh my God. And we donate all the money from those legal casinos, to children's education. Legal casinos run by Indian tribes who want resources, right?
Yes.
They want to be out of poverty.
And we use our influencing base.
Yes.
And my willingness and desire to fucking fix society in its totality. So, I'm here with Chief Tipahoe of the Cherokee Indian tribe. It is now many years in the past, my friends. Yes.
On our radio show that will play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on every point on Earth. Children in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, or children on the moon, or children in a distant star. Yes. Children around the entire galaxy can listen to us on the AM band with nothing more complicated than a radio. If we create this, and we create faster than light travel, or even just speed of light travel. It doesn't have to be actually faster than light, it just has to be close. It could be 0.9 the speed of light, and you would be able to colonize the entire galaxy with humans within our lifetimes.
Yes. That's telling us how to get there.
Darling,
I understand.
if we can time travel into the future, we can see our voice helping people to do homesteading around the entire galaxy.
Yes.
And we can have the next Oregon Trail for the entire human race. United around one purpose, that if you don't like Earth, you can leave. Why not leave the rich and famous on their prison planet that they chose for themselves, the only planet in the universe where it is legal to own property? Did you know that every nation in the world has already signed a treaty placing the entirety of space into the public domain?
It has.
They already did it!
The entire...
They cannot own property in space. No person on Earth can have money in space. They already banned money in space. They already did it.
Yes.
They already made all of space public domain. So if we make a TV show on the moon, it cannot be copyrighted. Earth will be the only planet ever where copyright has existed, where money has existed. It will never exist anywhere else in the universe because they already made it illegal. And what president of any nation on any planet would say, yes, we want to go back to the system of money in a world of infinite resources with intergalactic starships powered by 20th century atomic technology? Why would anyone ever need money ever again? In a world with infinite resources from infinite planets on infinite stars. Why would anyone need money ever again? We can give every person on Earth as much resources as they could ever have.
Yes.
If they want to, they could make an entire planet their homestead. Darling, what do you love more than anything else? The Fallout games, right?
Yeah.
What if we gave people the power and the knowledge to build their own spaceships via the FM and AM radio? So any child on Earth can learn to be a particle physicist from their comfort of their own home. Yes. We can do this in our lifetimes, and we can create faster than light travel, and we can create the Federation in our lifetimes because we can travel to the future. We can do this, and we can make money illegal anywhere in the galaxy other than the stupid, goddamn idiots on the planet Earth. They already made it illegal.